going to be talking about the 38th overall episode of The Sopranos and the 12th of the third season. I gotta get going on content here. I had to watch the Super Bowl, do some homework, do laundry, do a bunch of stuff since I've been back home. But I'm back, man. And we're here to talk about The Sopranos. Bruh. Okay. Sorry about people being loud, but we can talk about kind of what happened, some final appearances, some people that died in the episode, pretty important stuff. But getting to kind of what happened, Carmela and Meadow are visiting the Brooklyn Museum when Carmela has to go to the restroom to use a tampon, the female issues, obviously. She has some alarming symptoms and fears she has ovarian cancer or is pregnant. Like, she's kind of going through some sort of like midlife crisis right now. She's not really sure what's going on, She has a lot of concerns. She's getting super stressed and depressed and all this stuff. So when she comes back, she's brought to tears upon seeing Giuseppe de Ribera's painting The Holy Family of Saints Anne and Catherine of Alexandria. I don't know, she's going through a lot of emotions. She's not really trying to handle it. So watching something sentimental on television, she begins to cry and is unnerved when she realizes it is only a commercial for dog food. Like, it's not even really that unnerving, and it's not something you should cry about. So she's getting kind of concerned with herself and how she's been acting lately, of course. So she takes confession with a priest who tells her to learn to live only on what the good part of her husband earns and to forego the rest. You have to just... you can live with negative stuff, you just have to ignore it, and be able to not necessarily be accustomed to it, but kind of push it to the side and, look at the positives. So, on his advice, she sees an OBGYN who tells her she has a thyroid problem, so it's nothing to do with her ovaries, there's nothing to do with fertility or anything. I'm not trying to age shame, but have you seen how old this girl is? Her and Mr. Soprano here are damn near 50. I don't know. But Tony continues to see Gloria, even as her erratic behavior continues. This woman is crazy. It's one of those things, those teens that Tony gets involved with in the show. And I feel like there's definitely going to be a couple more. I feel like stuff like this keeps the show moving forward. Dr. Melfi uses the term Amour, which is for crazy love in Italian, I believe. Or maybe it's Spanish. Italian, Spanish, kind of close to the same thing. But Gloria happens to meet Carmela at the Mercedes dealership. And it's super weird, and she realizes, oh, it's Mrs. Soprano. We know what that means. Tony wouldn't marry anyone else, She gives her a drive home, eliciting information from her, kind of asking her about her family situation, does she have kids? She's obviously married. How does she get you all this stuff? That sort of thing. So when Tony discovers this, he furiously breaks up with her, how dare you get in the way of me and my wife, you're a side piece, you're not my wife, you don't deserve to know that stuff about me. So Gloria phones him, sobbing uncontrollably. Again, she's super toxic, crazy in love. It's kind of wild. He goes to her home and gently explains again that he's breaking up with her. He's trying to just be calm about it. Be like, yeah, I'm breaking up with you. You don't do stuff like that to another man's family, especially an established mobster. Are you kidding? A notorious mobster in the area? You know how bad that looks for him? Yeah. She threatens to tell Carmela and Meadow about their affair. When Tony, enraged, starts strangling her, she urges him to kill her. Again, it's just this toxic mentality she has. He stops and threatens her as he leaves, and she wants him to do it. She seems very willing. This is a relationship she didn't want to fail. She felt like this was the perfect opportunity to find love again. That's obviously why it's ironic, because that's why she's been seeing Dr. Melfi. And they both see the same person, so... Later, he sends Patsy to repeat the warning. He goes for an ostensible test drive with her, pulls the car over on a deserted rural road, holds her at gunpoint, and tells her that if she ever contacts Tony or his family again, he will kill her. It's not going to be Tony. You don't get to see Tony again. We can't stress this enough. You can't be in Tony's life. You can't be seen with him anymore. None of this stuff. So, Jackie Jr., meanwhile, and his friend Carlo and Dino decide to rob Eugene's poker game after Ralphie tells them how Tony and Jackie's father gained recognition for a similar heist, and they just want to be made men, they take whatever they can get and run with it, whatever. They took that as advice, not just a story, which is honestly stupid of them. But yeah, the dealer, Sunshine, I don't know if he's ever been in the show that much before, but He keeps heckling the would-be robbers and is fatally shot by a panicking Jackie. Just stupid. That's a guy they cherish in their organization. Like, he's not in their organization, but he's like good friends with them. So in the ensuing firefight, Furio is shot in the thigh and Carlo is killed. So Jackie and Dino find that their wheelman, Batush, has fled and left them at the mercy of Christopher and Albert. He literally heard gunshots and panicked and drove off. So Jackie flees in a carjacked vehicle, abandoning Dino, who is shot dead. Obviously, you can't betray or try to put a hit on a made man. Matter of fact, you can't put a hit on someone any higher than you. Like, even that isn't a made man and is close to being one. So Christopher fiercely expresses his desire to kill Jackie Jr. Tony forbids it. Obviously, he's too close to Jackie Jr. to allow Christopher to do such a thing. So the next morning, Ralphie meets Tony to discuss how to deal with Jackie. Like, how do we do this? Do we off him? Do we, what's the word here? So Tony says Ralphie is responsible, but his advice is ambiguous. It's not like he's persuading him to do a certain thing. It's like, you choose. You're the captain. It's up to you. This guy's in your crew. He knows you as a family member. It's up to you. I'm sorry I sound a little under the weather. I'm a little sick right now. I'm still making videos, though, so there is that. Ralphie is full of doubt. He blames Jackie Sr. for spoiling his son and wants to give Jackie a pass. Again, spoiling him again, which is ironic. Tony gives Ralphie back the pistol he confiscated from Jackie. Ralph embraces Tony and leaves. Outside, he pauses, perplexed, like he's not sure what to do here. At home, he tries to comfort Rosalie, who is absolutely distraught, like, what has her son done? Obviously, a couple people that died. Sunshine was a car dealer for the mob who was shot. Carlo Renzi was shot by Christopher in the head. Dino Zerilli was shot in the head outside of the April hangout by Christopher. So a couple people died, not two major characters, and it wasn't like a Christopher Moltisanti getting fatally shot situation. Tony's girlfriend, Gloria Trillo, it turns out this is her final appearance, which I didn't really want that to be spoiled, but just to put it out there, she's not going to be a part of the show anymore. So I think there's a couple of things where she's involved later on in the show, but for now, she's not going to be here as a real character, which kind of sucks. I feel like we didn't get enough time with her, and it sucks that I'm even reading that. It's low-key, like, spoiling the show, but whatever. It's kind of my fault, but yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I gotta get going, edit this Drake video. I still have, like, 18 minutes of footage to edit, and it's, like, a lot, so it's a lot of text and music and stuff like that, so yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed. School is a lot. I have a lot to do this week, but I'm going to try to be as consistent as humanly possible. Obviously, I'm going to a Drake concert. We're